In the last video, I talked about the decision that changed my life. And that decision was powerful. But it didn't make anything easier because deciding to change and actually becoming someone different are two completely different things. When I finally got back on my feet, I wasn't confident. I wasn't disciplined. I was starting from zero. No momentum, no proof, no real belief that I could actually follow through long term. And for the first time, I had to actually do the work. No distractions, no excuses, just me showing up or not. And that's a different kind of pressure because when it's just you, there's nothing to hide behind. And most days, it didn't feel good. It felt uncomfortable. It felt slow. And honestly, it felt like nothing was changing. And that's where most people quit. Not because it's impossible, but because it doesn't feel rewarding yet. So I started simple. I focused on my body first. I started training, showing up consistently, even when I didn't feel like it. And most of the time, I didn't feel like it. There was no motivation. There was no excitement. No immediate results, just showing up over and over again. I stopped drinking, I removed the distractions, and I started building structure into my life. Simple structure, not perfect, not optimized, just something I could repeat. And that's where things started to shift. Not overnight, but gradually. At first, it was just physical, but over time, something else started to happen. My mindset started to change. I stopped looking for validation from other people and started proving things to myself that I can show up, that I can stay consistent, that I can follow through. And those small wins started building something bigger. Confidence, not fake confidence, not temporary confidence, real confidence. The kind that comes from knowing you can rely on yourself. And this is what I didn't understand before. I thought change was about big moves, big decisions, big effort, big results, but it wasn't. It was about repetition, doing the small things over and over again, even when it felt like nothing was happening. Every action was reinforcing a new identity. Every time I showed up, I was becoming someone who shows up. And over time, that starts to stick. And this is where most people get it wrong. They wait until they feel confident before they start acting. But confidence doesn't come first. It comes after you've proven to yourself that you can show up. Consistency builds confidence, not the other way around. Because confidence isn't something you think your way into. It's something you build through action. And if you keep waiting to feel ready, you'll stay exactly where you are. So if you feel like you're starting over, start small. Don't try to change everything at once. That's where people overwhelm themselves and fall right back into their old patterns. Pick one thing, just one, and commit to showing up for it daily. Even if it's imperfect, even if it's small, even if it doesn't feel like enough, just be consistent. Because every time you follow through, you're building trust with yourself. And that trust is what changes everything. And over time, that consistency started to pay off. I got stronger, more confident, more disciplined, and eventually that led to success. But here's the part no one talks about. Even after things started going well, I was still dealing with some of the same patterns. For the first time, I felt like things were actually working. And most people would assume that once your life starts improving, everything else improves with it. I thought the same thing, but what I learned next was one of the most important lessons of my life. Because success on the outside doesn't always mean peace on the inside. You'd think once things start going well, everything would finally feel different. More success, more progress, more momentum should fix everything, right? That's what I thought. I thought once I built a better life, I'd automatically become a better version of myself. But that's not how it works. After rebuilding my life, things actually started working. I got into fitness. I became a personal trainer. And I started helping people transform their lives. For the first time, I felt like I was moving in the right direction. I had structure, I had discipline, I had purpose. I was showing up consistently, building momentum, and creating something meaningful. And externally, everything looked good. From the outside, it probably looked like I had everything figured out. I was healthier, more focused, more driven, and building a career that mattered to me. It felt like I had finally escaped the old version of myself. But internally, something still felt off. Because even though I had changed a lot, some of my old patterns started creeping back in. Distractions, temptations, habits I thought I had outgrown. They didn't just disappear. And that confused me because I thought once I fixed my life, everything else would fall into place. I thought success would erase the struggle. I thought progress would automatically remove the patterns, but it didn't. And that's when I started realizing you can change your circumstances without fully changing yourself. I was moving forward, but at the same time, I felt like parts of me were still stuck in the past. Like I had built a better life, but I was still carrying old habits, old beliefs, old emotional patterns that didn't belong there anymore. And that creates tension because externally you're growing, but internally you're still operating from outdated programming. I knew where I wanted to go, but I didn't fully become that person yet. And a lot of people live in that space. They level up their life, but never upgrade the identity running it. And that's when I realized something important. External success doesn't fix internal patterns. You can improve your body, your income, your routine, but if you don't address what's happening internally, you'll keep running into the same problems, just in different environments. You'll sabotage new opportunities with old beliefs. You'll damage healthy situations with unhealthy habits. You'll keep repeating cycles just at a higher level. And this is where most people get stuck. They think if they just achieve more, earn more, build more, that it will fix how they feel. But it doesn't, because your habits, your belief, your patterns don't automatically change your circumstances. They have to be addressed directly. That means looking inward. That means asking hard questions. That means being honest about the version of you that still needs work. Because if not, you'll keep trying to solve internal problems with external achievements, and that never lasts. So here's something you can do today. Ask yourself, what patterns keep showing up in my life? Even as I grow, where do I keep falling back into the same patterns? What habits or beliefs don't match the person I'm trying to become? What keeps following me no matter how much progress I make? Because awareness at that level is what creates real change. Not just improving your situation, but improving how you operate within it. Because once you change the operator, everything starts to change. And once I understood that, I knew something deeper had to change. Not just what I was doing, but how I was thinking, how I was living, and what I was allowing in my life. I realized I needed to remove what was keeping me divided so I can become aligned. And that led me to making a decision that completely changed everything again. Because by this point, I had already rebuilt a lot of my life. But something still felt off. So I made another decision, one I never thought I'd make. I took an 8-month vow of celibacy. Not because it sounded good, but because I knew I needed to remove distractions and break patterns that were keeping me stuck. So for the first time, I fully committed to focusing on myself, my discipline, my habits, my environment, and who I was becoming. And during that time, everything started to shift. I gained clarity, not just on what I wanted, but on who I needed to become. My standards changed. What I tolerated changed. What I gave energy to changed. My focus changed, and how I showed up every day changed. I became more intentional, more disciplined, more aligned. And unexpectedly, that's also when I met my wife, at a time when I was focused on growth alignment and becoming better. Everything in my life started to align with that. That's an important lesson. When you elevate your standards, you often elevate what enters your life. And that's when I realized something. This isn't just about habits. It's about behavior. It's about identity. It's about environment. Because if those three things aren't aligned, you'll always feel like you're fighting yourself. You'll set goals with one mindset while living in an environment that pulls you backwards. And this is what actually changed my life. I stopped trying to force change and started designing it. I stopped relying on motivation and started building systems. I stopped guessing and started understanding how I work, what triggers me, what distracts me, what helps me stay consistent. Because once you understand your behavior, you can actually influence it. That's when change becomes real. So here's what I want you to take from this. Stop trying to change everything at once. Start with this question. What in my life is reinforcing the version of me I don't want to be? Then get honest. Is it your environment? Is it your routine? Is it the people around you? Is it the habits you keep protecting? Then start changing that. Your environment, your habits, your daily structure. That's what led me here. What started as changing my body turned into changing my life. And now it's what I help others do, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, behaviorally, and strategically. Because real transformation doesn't stop in one area of your life. It carries over into everything. My past didn't define me, it prepared me. And now I get to help other people realize that no matter how stuck you feel, change is always possible. You're not too far gone. You're not behind forever. You're not locked into the version of you that exists today. But it starts when you stop running from your potential and start fighting for it.